Hi, I'm Ian and I'm the Lonely Chef. And we have a fabulously funny show for you in the next half an hour. At the end of the show there's a number and I want you to jot it down and call me because, well, I'm single and I'm looking for a date and possibly a relationship and who knows, maybe even marriage. I'm looking to meet somebody special. I'm fabulously wealthy, I want to settle down and I want to share this wealth with that special person and just live happily ever after. So enjoy the show and hopefully we'll meet. Until we do, goodbye. Oh, one more thing. I do happen to lie an awful lot.
Lonely, I've been searching for so long. Lonely, only hoping you're the one who will change my life and make these dreams come true. Lonely, the time goes on and on. Lonely, still searching for the one. I would sail the 7 oceans and cross the burning sand till the day I find you, never to be lonely again.
Well, as you probably guessed, I'm a kind of a veteran in many campaigns, and well, I just got back from saving a couple of entire countries in the Middle East. As you know, well, maybe you don't know because it's classified information. I can tell you this because it's not really associated with British intelligence, but I'm a 6-star general in the U.S. Army as well. But I'm not allowed to wear the stars. So actually what I have is some stripes tattooed on a certain part of my body which identifies me as a 6-star general. Well, this is an interesting thing. As I mentioned, I just came back from rescuing a couple of entire countries, and over there I happened to meet this wonderful girl who was an undercover spy. I can't really give you her real name, but I can use her undercover name, and that was Andrea. Now, you are going to meet for the first time a gorgeous, beautiful undercover spy, and she is going to reveal her true personality here on the set with me in a few minutes. We're also going to do some advanced battle maneuvers later on in the evening. And we will be taping these secretly, of course, but there's an 800 number. There's an 800 number at the end of the show you can call, and we'll send you that tape if you request it. So, by the way, these stripes under my eyes, they are not really painted stripes. They're actually a set of eyebrows that I use when I'm going undercover. Excuse me just a second, the phone might be my agent. You never know, they try to get me all the time. Yeah? Oh, well, would you send the chicken wings over to the Lonely Chef? Yeah, it's takeout. Yeah, camouflage chicken wings. Yeah, that's right, a special order. All right, we'll be back in just a couple of minutes with a terrific show for you, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Yeah. All right. No, I'll be there. There's another country that's having some tough times. I'm going to have to save it. So what I'm going to do is cook up this meal, and then I'm going to have to run and save Italy. So I'll be getting right onto this. All right, we've got a great meal this time. Now, I'm going to show you a secret that is so secret that I run the risk of actually being thrown out of British intelligence. This is something that has been so closely guarded that my life is actually on the line in this show. But that's the kind of guy I am. I like to take risks, and that's why I'm here to bring you the information that you, the inquiring public, need to know. All right. That's right. We should be free to speak. What we're going to do, take this off, give my little head a sweep. Now, I am going to show you the first secret of British intelligence, and a lot of people don't know this. Now, this is a wine glass, but that is not the secret. The secret is this. Most British wines are made out of coal dust in England. The coal dust is anthracite, it comes from Wales, and it looks fairly clear. Now, this is anthracite wine, and it comes from about 2 miles under the ground. It has a delicate flavor, but you would not know that this is actually coal dust. It has a delicate flavor. Now, you can, if you are experienced in the wines as I am, because I am in fact regarded as one of the most knowledgeable wine experts in the world, you can tell that this came from a pit near Carnarvon, about 2 miles down. And actually, this wine will burn. And this is what's so great about it. British intelligence came up with this idea. Instead of taking, say for instance, you parachuted into a remote snowy area, which I've done several times, and you needed some heat or warmth, you can actually let this freeze, and then you can set light to it, and you get warmth. That way you can cook your food on it, you can make a cup of tea. Yes, it's true, really. Anyway, that is the secret with this wine, but there's another insidious thing that a lot of people don't know. This wine, although it's made out of coal dust, has minute, tiny fractions of radioactive particles in here. Now, what happens is that when it goes into the body, they can track you wherever you are as a secret agent of British intelligence, anywhere in the world. And that's something that I thought you should know. Anyway, we'll get on with the meal here. And there's tons of secrets that I'm going to show you. The first one is this is a chicken wing. So you think. This is actually a miniature Russian turkey. Now, because the Cold War has ended and we have the ability to bring out these things to the public for the first time, we're going to show you this. This is a miniature Russian turkey. It's a fiendish plot that was conceived in the Cold War by, in fact, Castro and several other high-ups. And it was actually myself that brought this to the attention of the British intelligence, for which I was decorated at Buckingham Palace with several medals. It's absolutely true. It's part of history. But what we do is we bend these over so that we have this kind of shape. So we take the end of this, we bring it over to here, and we just keep doing this. And these are absolutely delicious. In fact, I have been doing this for over 30 years, feeding thousands of people around the world at my chain of hotels through the South Pacific. And we have discovered a secret sauce, which I'm going to show you for the first time. Now, I should have marketed this a long time ago, but I never did. So I am going to show you something that you can do at home and enjoy. And it's not just good for chicken, it's good for everything. It's good for oysters, it's good for pork, it's good for chicken, it's good for everything, steaks. But the real secret to it is how to apply it. But first, we go to the secret ingredients. First of all, and you say, well, lots of white sugar here, but that's one of the ingredients. You just pour it in here, and then the next ingredient is this brand of ketchup. Didn't show that to you. And what we do is we just empty this out. Now, when I was in the hotel business many years ago, I came across this, well, I actually developed this recipe, and you just put in a whole bottle like this. You can keep this for several days, so if you're cooking up big barbecues and stuff like that for the summer, and we're going to do some shows on barbecues, just stir that in, and this is the most remarkable sauce that you can do for any barbecued or grilled or broiled meats, vegetables, whatever. I've used this at fondues, I've used it barbecues, I've used it as camouflage blood. I have used it in extreme instances of cold weather where they become popsicles, and good survival items. That sugar just gives you the energy you need to crawl 30 or 40 miles through the desert. Now that reminds me, yes, it's true. But that reminds me, I am a master of disguise, and this is something that I've learned over the years. Now, you may not believe this, but I can pass as just about anything under the sun. You give me 20 minutes and I can make myself into a completely different persona. For example, look at this picture here. Now, this was actually when I was in assignment in Russia, and it was something that I needed to do to get some top secret information about the miniature turkeys. And I cracked the case, and as I said, I came back to Buckingham Palace. They gave me several medals, including the, well, we're not really supposed to talk about it because we're still under the Official Secrets Act, but well, no, I shouldn't talk about it. In fact, what we should do is go to a commercial break, and then we'll be back in just a couple of minutes, and I'll show you how to prepare all of this stuff and how to apply it, and it's absolutely delicious. Now, my date, Andrea, the spy, she is going to be coming through the doors in just a little while. I've got to run, I've got to camouflage, and do all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, welcome back. Well, what we're going to do now is, because this is an army mechanic that I actually saved over in the countries that I was saving, Andrea I'm talking about, of course, I want to chill some wine for her. So what I'm going to do, and I want to sort of get her in the mood for romance and so on, I'm going to take the helmet here, and I'm going to put my bottle of wine in here. Like so, and then I'm going to fill this with ice. I think this is a romantic touch. I see we need my little camping mallet. You may remember my famous camping mallet. Just give a little bang here. You got to be tough in the army. There, look at that stuff go. And you put the ice in here, and you have something very, very romantic and sort of special. You know, I don't really have that many dates, and that's why I'm kind of lonely. But when I do have a date, it's nice to take the time to do something special to make that evening memorable. And actually, most of the girls have not had memorable evenings with me. And I think that I'm going to have to go through and get some counseling. There seems to be a flaw in my makeup, and it's difficult to believe, I know, but I think that I'm perhaps too perfect, but it's the kind of thing that needs to be addressed. Yes. But if you have any ideas as to how you would like to change me, hey, listen, I would love to hear them. So, hey, just write them down, send them in, because I will read everyone and I will respond to everyone. So there's an address at the end of the show if you've got some ideas, or if you see a girl that comes through this door that you think I might really be interested in and there's some sparks flying, well, let me know because I may have missed it. So anyway, there's the wine chilling. Now we've got some brown rice here that we will put into some already boiling water, and well, it's just simmering. And we'll stir that around with a little sort of goopy stuff on here. It doesn't matter with this sauce because it's all going into the chicken. So that'll be ready in a couple of minutes. And we also have some peas just cooking up here. I'm going to get a colander here, strain these peas. And this just adds a little color. We'll put this right into the rice, like so. Delicious, and that rice will cook up with those peas. We'll give that another stir, and that'll be just perfect in just a minute or so. All right, now we're going to get those chicken wings out. Now this smells absolutely delicious. And this is a great meal for kids, for adults, for whomever. If you're sitting watching TV, a football game, or some beautiful love movie, this is the kind of food you need to be snacking on. So let me get my gloves. And we will get to the oven. And we'll pull these little miniature Russian turkey wings. Oh, look at these. These are nice. Now, the secret to this sauce is as follows. You do not, I repeat, do not put the sauce on at the beginning of this process. What you need to do is to baste this on, and what happens is that this sauce caramelizes on the chicken wings and goes almost like a candy. And it's absolutely delicious. Trust me, I have actually fed thousands of people, seriously, in my hotels and other bits and pieces, and with the army troops. And not one single person out of the thousands of people has ever said that they never liked this. And what you... I meant 30,000 people. Anyway, it's just delicious, and you can put this on pork, you can put it on steak, you can put it on oysters. It's just tremendous. Try it, really. And what happens is that you only need to put this in for about 2 minutes into the oven. You have to watch it pretty carefully because it doesn't take long to caramelize. All right, so we'll put that aside. We'll put that back in the oven for a couple of minutes, and finish those off. We will stir our rice. It's boiling nicely. And we will put a lid on there and just let that do its thing. Turn it down. All right, now for dessert, what we're going to do is we've got some watermelon here, we've got some fruit, we've got some kiwis, bananas, and so on. What we're going to do is just take a big sharp knife, cut this up into chunks, slices, and put a mixture of fruit together onto a serving plate. And as I say, this can be done very quickly. It's the kind of thing that you can put into a meal for your beloved or your sweetheart, and it just takes a matter of seconds. So what we do is just slice that up, and you finish this off with some liqueurs. It's delicious. Just slice that in, nice big chunks. This is kind of finger food. It's kind of sensuous. You can have a lot of fun with this stuff. Feed one another and spit pips at one another, all that kind of stuff. Now, doesn't that look just delicious? Let me try some of that. I'm choking on a chip. Just joking. Anyway, we'll put some banana in there. Some banana chunks. Just a few. This is great finger food. We'll put an orange. Doesn't this look good? You know, I should really put on some mood music for this date, sort of spy music or something. I think I've got a little controller here. I'll just put my little mood music on. Here we go. How's that? Is that sort of happening? Okay, it's coming up in just a second. We'll get rid of this. We don't need that. We've got all this fruit. We also have a kiwi fruit, which I'll slice up here. And this adds just a nice piece of color. There we go. And you can put some grapes in here if you want to, and so on. Last thing you need to do in here is just put a little Grand Marnier. And, I can never get these things off. So we'll do a towel. And how many glugs shall we do? This is my kind of people. Army people. Army people. Okay, 1 glug, 2 glugs, 3 glugs, 4 glugs, 5 glugs. Oh, what the heck? But we are not finished yet. Now we have some orange brandy liqueur. And how many glugs? Now that's my kind of army tough guy. All right, now you just stir that fruit around in there. Oh, we found a label. We don't want that. Take that little baby right off of there. Stir that around, just cover that fruit. Now this is absolutely delicious, believe me. And if you leave this, oh, I can smell this. Just to say, I have to get my head into this. Ready? Wow. Good stuff. Now you put this in the fridge for about 24 hours. Do this little part before your date comes. And what happens is all these juices and the liqueurs come together, and it's just, I tell you, you start nibbling on this stuff and it's going to lead to some pretty nice excitement. Anyway, we're going to be back in just a second with Andrea, and let's see this spy uncovered at last. Oh, what a wonderful dinner. Now, you really must try this at home. It's absolutely delicious. The chicken wings, the rice, and this wonderful dessert. Oh, you are going to see the spy that has saved the world in several occasions. Aha! Let me check the old mirror here. You little sly dog, you six-star general with the stripes. Andrea, how are you?
Thank you. Oh, what's the password?
What's the password?
What's
you
the
little sly
password?
dog. Come on in, we got a wonderful meal for you.
Oh, it looks wonderful. Oh,
Let me sit you down here and... So, what assignment are you on these days?
Wow. As you know, Ian, we can't be alluding to what we're saving the world with, can we?
Actually, this is going to be a very interesting dinner because we really can't talk about anything at all. So, we're both in British... I'm in British intelligence, you're in American intelligence. We really can't talk about anything,
Ian,
so...
Isn't British intelligence a contradiction in terms, don't you think, a little bit?
Well, it may be to some people, but not to me, I'm afraid. Let me pour you a little wine, and we'll get into this wonderful meal.
Your army hat. Yeah, last time we talked, you wanted me to have a bath in that, as I recall. You sly devil, you.
Well, we do come up with the occasional good idea at British intelligence. But
That
anyway.
term again, yeah.
Yes, it's an anachronism, I know, it's sort of outdated, but what the heck. To you, my dear.
And to you.
And although we may not be able to talk very much during this brief encounter in time, maybe we can do various codes that we both know. Is that okay with you?
Sounds wonderful to me.
And try some of this stuff. It's
Oh, that
absolutely
looks
delicious.
wonderful.
For a copy of the program or the Lonely Chef cookbook, or to be my special guest, call 1-800-665-CHEF. Or if you'd like to write to me personally, my address is P.O. Box 740, Everson, Washington, 98247. And when taping The Lonely Chef, I stay at the beautiful Fantasyland Hotel and Resort, which is part of the adventure of the West Edmonton Mall. Join me.